Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So I'm going to do a quick comparison of the Mi 8 Pro by Xiaomi with the OnePlus 6T. Disclaimer, this has a skin on it, but this is the mirror black version, and obviously this is the Pro version, which makes it kind of look like there's a see-through design. So these phones are very similar in a lot of ways. I mean, they both have a Snapdragon 845. Both of these models have 8 gigs of RAM with 128 gigs onboard storage, no expandable storage. They both have 4K recording. This one can record at 60 frames per second according to the specs, but I haven't been able to find that in the settings yet. But it does do 4K at 30, which is actually stunning. But this one can go ahead and do 60 frames per second right now. So they both have really nice cameras. The cameras on this though have that AI, strong AI. It's really good, but we'll get into that later. They're both designed very well. Some differences, they're about the same in price too, $550 and $550, but this model is $580. But you can find the Mi 8 Pro right now for $499 on promotion at the recording of this video. So I'm going to start with design. I'm going to go through just a few things on these phones. Won't make a long drawn out video. I'm just going to do the video right here in the office. It's kind of late and I want to get this video out to you guys. Yeah, it's getting kind of late, so I want to go ahead and put this out. So I'm going to start with design, and I'll start with the challenger here, which is the Mi 8 Pro. Now the Mi 8 Pro has this kind of design where it looks like it's see-through. It's very hard to film, but you can kind of get some sense of it there. This phone just has a mirror black setup, but this is just a gorgeous design on the back here. The red accents all around. You got a red power button right there. You even got red accents inside of the charging port, which is very hard to film. You can kind of get a whiff of it right there. But the design of this phone, 6.2-inch display. They both have an in-screen fingerprint reader, and I'll test both of those for you in just a moment here. 6.2 inches, Super AMOLED display over here on the Mi 8 Pro. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful display. Now over here on the OnePlus 6T, you've just got this kind of mirror finish all over, so I put a skin on it. There's no skins available for that phone yet, I don't believe, but the one thing that stands out about the OnePlus devices is they have this vibrate mute switch. Neither one of these phones have a headphone jack, by the way. They don't have stereo speakers either, but again, they both have the in-screen fingerprint reader, and you get a beautiful 6.4-inch display over here, which isn't Super AMOLED. They're calling it Optic AMOLED. But I've done some testing and both of the displays are really good, so you won't find me arguing about either one of these. But this phone is actually HDR10 compliant, and so is this phone. Even though I don't see it listed that way, it is HDR10 compliant. This is on Android Pie, and this is getting Android Pie, still on 8.1 at the moment. This has Gorilla Glass 5, and this has Gorilla Glass 6. 3700 milliamp hour battery and a 3000 milliamp hour battery. Again, no expandable storage or anything, but Adreno 630 with the Snapdragon 845. So they both have in-screen fingerprint readers. So I'm going to go ahead and fire them up here. You can see there. You can see how fast they are. So it's kind of, both of them are really, really fast. Sometimes this one is faster and sometimes this one is faster. But the fact that they both have them and they're both working really good. And I have that OnePlus official tempered glass on here. And so it might make a little difference. I don't think so. But both of the phones respond really fast for the fingerprint reader. No ifs, ands, or buts. So they're both really fast. But as far as hardware and design goes, I think this one looks better. Overall, I like the Mi 8 Pro better, a better looking phone. It's a little bit, just a hair shorter also. Just a tad bit shorter, but it's about the same width. So for that aspect, you know, I think I like the hardware on the Xiaomi Mi 8 Pro better, just because it's just a better looking phone to me. It's a little bit more light. It's lightweight too, in the pocket. The OnePlus is 185 grams and this is 177, so it's feels a lot better. So next, let's go to performance. And what I'm going to do for performance is I'm going to actually go ahead and open up a few applications here at the same time. And I'll just try to hit these at the same time so you can kind of see. You get some sense of what it might be like for you. Now the OnePlus had that in memory probably because I had never opened it on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close it out. I'm going to go back in. Let's try it again here. They're both fast though. You can see it took a second to pull down. So if OnePlus officially opened that a little faster. So let's go into something else here. What can I open this? Not too private. Oh, let's open. I'll take it off of there. Nonetheless, the app opening up things are kind of irrelevant. They don't really prove anything. But in this situation, it looks like the OnePlus might be loading things a little bit faster. But all in all, I think both of these phones are really, really fast. So for performance, I haven't experienced any lag on either one of these phones. They're both really, really fast. But the OnePlus does seem to have a little bit more snappiness to it. So it appears to be a little bit more punchy when opening things or just rolling through the operating system, because I'm not running the Xiaomi scan is not a heavy scan, but it's also not the lightest scan, but I actually like this scan, so I don't have a problem with it. So it just has that, the OnePlus has that fluid flow that I think a lot of people like. It is just a smooth scrolling, one scroll and I can get all the way to the bottom of my list or back to the top. So I'll go ahead and give the performance day-to-day tasks to the OnePlus just because it does feel snappier. But as far as the software goes, the OnePlus definitely is going to take that because it is pretty much stock Android with a very light overlay. Now, battery life is something to be surprising about. Not the OnePlus is definitely killing it. It's got, I can get over 10 hours on every charge. But this phone right here is still in the testing phase. So I'm getting about between 6 and 8 right now, which is absolutely great because this has a 3,000 milliamp hour battery inside and this has a 3,700. So battery life, I think it's going to be a toss up. They're both really good, but the OnePlus does take it. As far as price goes, these are both, they're both start at they started at $550, but the OnePlus it has a 6 gig 128 gig model, and this also comes in a 6 gig 128 model, but I haven't seen it anywhere. I've only seen the 8 gig 128 gig model, so I don't know. In the 8 gig 128 model comes in at $550, so I don't know how much the 6 gig model would be. I guess it would be a lot less, because again, right now this phone is selling for about $500 right now as recording this video. So the 6 gig model will probably be even less. It'll probably be more like $499 to start. So pricing, there's more models of the OnePlus 6T, so that's why the OnePlus 6 costs a little more. Yeah, just starting out, I think the Mi 8 can take the price war because technically the 8 gig model costs the same as the 8 gig model, as the 6 gig model over here. So 6 gigs 128 is $550 and 8 gig 128 starts at $550 over here. So price wars, you know, the Mi 8 takes it by just a hair, but there's not a lot of models of the Pro version. But there's more models of the regular version because that one has 8 gigs and 256 gigs of storage. But there's a 10 gig version of this phone with 10 gigs and 256 gigs of storage, and it comes in at $700. So price wars, I'll go ahead and give that to the Mi 8 Pro. Now, cameras, let's get some camera footage and then we'll close out this video. All right, so here's footage from the OnePlus and the Mi 8 Pro. Now, through the viewfinder, it looks like the Mi 8 Pro is brightening up the photo or the video very well. It's giving you more light in, but just take a look at tell me which one you think is more accurate. And let's get those boxes up there. Those boxes are different colors. One's a deeper reddish color and the other one's a brighter orange color. What do you think about this quick video sample? Now again, in the same scenario, it looks like through the viewfinder that the Mi 8 Pro is letting in way more light and giving a more brighter, vivid video, but the OnePlus 6T looks fantastic as well, giving a lot of detail to the hair and the grays. If you can see any up there, there's one or two up there. But I just think through the viewfinder as I sit right now, I think I like the way the Mi 8 Pro looks. All right, so there you have it. both phones, fantastic. This is a tough one, so I mean, technically I'm checking more boxes on the OnePlus, but I really like this Mi 8 Pro. The only thing that hurts the Mi 8 Pro is that it's not an official phone sold in the US, even though it has LTE for the US. The OnePlus is readily available on carriers, and it is just ready to go like right now. The Mi 8 Pro, you're gonna have to import it or, you know, find your way into getting it, but that doesn't mean I can't recommend it. I can actually recommend both of these phones, and here's how. If you're in the US, I would definitely tell you just shoot for this one first. But if you're not in the US, because this phone is global, I would tell you to get the Mi 8 Pro. I really like the size of the Mi 8 Pro, the cameras, everything. The cameras are really strong on here, so your choice is the final choice. But again, US and global, definitely grab the Mi 8 Pro. It's amazing. It's your man Jay. See you in the next one. Take care.